down. 50, plant. Be grip.
Here's Martin as they begin on the ground. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. Remember, of course, he threw 5 interceptions in that loss last week. Opening drive, same result here.
But it's hard to believe that you can throw 5 in the previous week and start out your very next game the exact same way. He's going to need a lot of support on his own sideline. Make sure he gets really fully, mentally into this one.
Set, 180. Combo. All day, baby, all day.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
With that matchup, the adjustment that was made, you have a blazing guy on a blazing guy, and defensively, he won that battle.
The closing speed is the key. When you have a guy that fast and he can close at the end of a play and knock it away, that's a big deal. We just saw him do it right there.
That'll be caught by Rice. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. They'll run on first down. It's Rice. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
180. Check number 6. Single, slot. Hey, you're on.
Play fake. Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down. Went backwards. It's third and very long. Mayfield now. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Past the 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5 now. Mayfield to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Watch that in. Tight end's right. Point it right.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Got a man, it's caught. For a Ravens touchdown. From 8 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. The run on 1st down gets them a couple up to the 27. The linebacker C.J. Mosley in on the stop.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Mayfield, and this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. From 4 yards out as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
And they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
He's going to fire one deep left sideline, and he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. To throw, Mayfield. And incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, try to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Hey, alert 33. Hey, we got to
play action now. Here's Mayfield. Buying time to his left. Now he'll pull it down. Fighting through, and he's got space. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. From the red zone now, Mayfield. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Under 10. Pistol. Go.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
Come on, set. 50-60 outlaw. Tackles. Go.
He'll look to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. J.J. Watt make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get out to the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. He's going deep for Brown. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. This one good for a first down, and also that is catch number 90 for him now on the season. 21-0 our score after 1. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mayfield on play action. He'll buy some time right. It's caught here by Adams. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. And again, it's Mayfield.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave.
And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Baker Mayfield on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown.
Can't get away, and he's taken down. J.J. Watt in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. He'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 61 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Go on.
The toss play. This is Martin. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. 2nd and 14. And he's caught right at the 10-yard line. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down. First red zone opportunity now for the Jets. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. This is McAllister. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. A 2nd down run with Lewis. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Mayfield. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Had to pass there. 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the 1st down, even throwing the football.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Take it at the 37. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll give to Martin here out of the gun. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. Here's a 2nd and 7. And it's complete to Martin. And now loose football. Fumble. Martin lost it. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
You know I love football. You know I love the game.
I hope so.
But nighttime in December, you know I'm wearing multiple coats. So I just wonder about the guys on the field with all the great gear that they have. Do they have enough on, or do they have too much on? Because sometimes that can affect you trying to carry the ball.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. But they also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws that quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. It takes 2 to tango.
57's Mike. Hey, wahoo! I got it.
On second down. Mayfield again. Flush to his right. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
We got this.
At their own 16-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves them with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color. Right.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 23. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. Boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 22-yard line.
Ready.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. 2nd and 10. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these first half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
Ready.
Now back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 19. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Mayfield. He's going to take off with it. Finding some room at midfield. Excellent work that time to get free, and for his exploits, he's going to be left with just a 3rd and 3.
Here we go. 86. Point it right.
3rd and short yardage. Mayfield eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
180. Hey, alert 33. I hope you brought your left, because I'm about to... Hey, orbit. My turn.
A first down throw for Mayfield. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. He's got the first down here inside the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
180. Run. Get that quarterback, team.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. They'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Not time enough for a play and then a timeout, you wouldn't think. So with 4 seconds left, they're going for it. Mayfield, and it's caught. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. On 2nd and 10, Mayfield flush to his right, and that's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. With another touchdown, number 24 on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Tucker with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down. Here's the call.
Let's go.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. This quarterback now just 5 of 16 throwing the ball, but he's got a 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Foster. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. His throw caught right around the 6. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal. They'll run Martin, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. They try again with Martin. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That 2nd down play nets a -4. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Hey, Haywood! Let's be grip.
They're going to look to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear.
That is one positive.
In the booth.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Over the middle, taken in. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Mayfield looks to throw.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. And Bolden brings it in, complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Here we go on 4th down. 20, and nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the night as his guys continue to pour it on. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Here we go.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Now a pass taken in by the tight end Herndon. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all. And it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
Good. 180.
57's the mic. Hey, let's get off.
First down, Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The safety, Jamal Adams, able to break that one up.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Mayfield now being chased out left. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. From the gun, Mayfield. Got a man, it's caught. For a Ravens touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 6. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Baltimore. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Hey, hey. Ready.
They start the drive with Martin. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Jets on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 27. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
Ravens 61, Jets 3. Justin Tucker to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
The Jets take over first.
Let's go, buddy.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. He takes this for 3 to the 29. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Hey, alert 33.
On 2nd and 12, Mayfield eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind the long.
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Tucker with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense. Get a couple of first downs and hopefully put the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
Mike, 50 seconds. And watch the legs.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's got his man on the out route. There he goes left side. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Point after, right down the middle, as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on.
Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield.
180. Pistol. Come on.
Third and long for Mayfield. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's